Okay, so this is Nux Taku's how Demonslayer set my heart ablaze. I'm very curious to see this Nux Taku video. It's probably gonna have Demonslayer spoilers, so if you don't want to witness that, well, there you go. I'm just very curious with this video.
After getting introduced to Rengoku from Demonslayer Season 2 or the Mugen Train movie, I realized
If you don't want to get spoiled,
and there's
then
not a lot
leave
of characters
stream.
in anime or fiction anywhere that really gets me to think of things in that fashion. This is a man that shook me to my core in the short time we had to spend with him, and I think that because this time was so short, it impacted me all the more. It's been a while since I made an anime analysis. I guess it looks like old Nux is back. Wow! I'm just gonna be here dropping these, I don't know, once a week or whenever I feel like it, because you guys seem to be asking me to do this a lot, and the rest of the internet just doesn't understand Rengoku, and they need someone to, help them out, because it takes a lot to get me to tear up when I'm watching anything, and Rengoku managed to freaking do that. So this is why no one understands.
Okay. I would admit, the movie was really fucking good, and it would bring me to tears too. It didn't bring me to tears, but it made me very fucking sad because the character was so likable. It's quite amazing how they made the character so likable within the 2 hours.
Understands Rengoku. Living life with a smile has been a mantra of mine for a very, very long time. I would always rather laugh at something toxic going on than cry about it, because both those options are present, and to be frank, maybe it's because I'm a sociopath, but taking the laughter route is better for my personal mental health than taking the crying route. So when I was introduced to Rengoku at the very beginning as a character that seemed to smile at all times, I already liked him. When he voted that Nezuko get killed because she's a demon with a big smile on his face, I liked him more, because then I was intrigued. He's not smiling.
That was a funny moment, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a funny moment.
He's compassionate and kind-hearted. He's smiling for a different reason. A reason that is not clear yet, and a reason that I was looking forward to getting to understand. I did not expect that very reason behind his ever-present smile to impact me as hard as it did, though. And now that he's gone, I can look back and smile at who he was and what he did to me. Throughout the Mugen Train arc, this man was a pillar, see what I did there? Of unshakable virtue and value. He was extremely powerful, extremely resourceful, and extremely headstrong. He ate every bite of his food with the same intensity and ferocity as if it might be his last. And even a scene as simple and small as that, while hilarious at first, punches me in the gut right now thinking back to the person he was before we lost him. Demonslayer is an interesting story because it highlights the perspective of many different characters, each combating the crazy and sad world that they live in from a different angle. Whether it's from compassion, like Tanjiro, from cowardice, like Zenitsu, from willpower, like Inosuke, or like so many other characters that have their
Demonslayer is very fucking good. It's very smart.
As we learn more about Rengoku, we learn that none of these have any impact at all on what carries him through life and what makes him who he is. He is someone that loves others, don't get me wrong. He loves his brother, and he even loves his father. He comes to love Tanjiro and his group through the arc, and he loves people. In his mind, even when dying and not being able to take out his adversary completely, in his mind he won, because not a single member of the Mugen Train was killed. He fought his opponent till daybreak, and he was forced to retreat, thereby saving the lives of everyone except his own. In his mind, this was a victory. The smile that he wears on his face.
Yeah, I like the biggest bit that hits is the smile at the end. Like, holy shit, how he smiles to his last breath. That's what fucking hit.
Face is not a facade like so many people wear. It's not a mask, but it's who he is. Rengoku is one of my favorite characters I've seen in a long time, and he pulled on my heartstrings so much because his directional outlook on the world, unlike any other character in the story, is through virtue. And when I came to realize this, it made his death hit me so much harder. If you look back at every single scene he's in through a lens like this, they take a kind of different meaning, and it really makes me respect him and respect his short stay so much more. For someone like Rengoku, it doesn't matter what goes on in the world. All you can truly control is yourself. You can control who you are. You can't control who anyone else is. You can't control how anyone else feels. You can only control yourself and how you feel. I say this because as long as you are virtuous and you are doing everything right, as long as you set your heart ablaze to be the best person you can be, you cannot possibly be upset about the outcome of anything else. There is no blame to put on anyone. There's no fault that lies with anyone, including yourself. You can live life to the absolute fullest because you know that against all odds in this bleak world, you did the right thing. And if you're looking at it from
Yeah.
this perspective, and the #1 goal is being true to yourself, it doesn't matter if you die. You'll die with a smile because you died doing the right thing. You didn't lose the battle. You won the battle because you tried your absolute hardest, and it paid off by saving
Stop
the
or
lives
rip
of
it.
the people around you. You can love wholeheartedly without holding anything back, like he truly loved Tanjiro, despite the small amount of time they shared together. He can have a smile on his face when he condemns Nezuko the demon to death, and he can have a smile on his face when he says outright he was wrong in his previous judgment. Ego is cast aside. Jealousy is cast aside. Even your future is cast aside. As long as you live every moment in the present with your heart ablaze. That is how this man lived his life and died his death. And even in death, with the smile on his
I'm gonna be honest, I'm finding it so hard to put commentary over this video because of the way sometimes Nux Taku does his videos. Like, does his, like, analysis videos and stuff. I just get so fucking captivated and I just keep watching. I can't help it.
face, a smile that's not a facade, a smile that truly comes from his heart, he can impact everyone around him so much more. Be the change you want to see in the goddamn world, god damn it. All he needed to do to affect Tanjiro's future was to be his own virtuous self, and it's something he took to the actual grave. Tanjiro yelled after the demon that killed him that he's the coward, that he's the one that lost the actual fight, that he's running away, and that he's a demon that only fights at nighttime when his powers are strongest. Rengoku is the victor. Rengoku could just do nothing more than smile. Not because he's like, oh yeah, I'm actually awesome, I won the fight, haha, coward demon man. He can smile because he's just happy that Tanjiro is taking that steadfast lesson that he imposed on himself to the future. Your impact on someone else doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to be memorable. You don't even need to save their lives. You just need to be someone that they aspire to emulate in some certain way. You affect the people around you more.
Okay, the thing is, right, what he's saying right there is what I tried to emulate when I started streaming and stuff. What I started to do when I was streaming and stuff, and why I used to stream so often, and I used to post YouTube videos so often, was for the fact that I always wanted to make people smile, and I always wanted to be myself. I always wanted to be myself and make people smile, but I also wanted to, when I was streaming, I felt like I wanted to be there for everyone as well, and I wanted to be myself and be there for everyone and hope to have the effect on people to make people smile more another day.
More than you know, and Rengoku is absolutely someone that takes this to the nth degree. Demonslayer isn't just the story of flashy fights on how humans fight demons. It's about what humanity actually is. This is really clear because the entire framing of the story is from the perspective of Tanjiro, someone who sees the humanity in demons, someone whose sister became a demon and he did not forsake her, someone who will cry, despite it being slightly cringe every once in a while. Okay, I'm not gonna deny it, it's a little bit cringe. Every single time the man kills a demon, he cries a little bit. Oh, this demon's backstory, so sad. Okay, anyway, not the point. The theme is basic, okay? Finding the humanity in everything is really what Demonslayer is trying to teach.
Yes.
And it's trying to build the character of what makes a human through every arc and through every interaction. Rengoku impacted the story profoundly with his utter steadfast humanity and virtue. He did what he did because he looked inward and tried his absolute best. He tried to be the best person he could be, and honestly,
yeah, this final fight was fucking awesome, by the way.
It is all anyone needs to do to eat each bite of food with a massive smile on your face. It's all you need to do to be respected by your peers, and it's all you need to do to truly be fulfilled, even if things don't necessarily go your way. When watching Demonslayer thus far, I had a really hard time getting moved by a lot of the characters. The scene in episode 19 of season 1, don't get me wrong, was absolutely amazing and enthralling, and every time I rewatch it, I gasm a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. The emotions are real, and I relate to those emotions. But a character with such inner beauty did not exist until this present. Mental health-wise, Rengoku is one of the strongest characters in anime, with such a basic yet beautiful mindset. I could say this wholeheartedly, without even needing to really think about it too deeply. But because of Rengoku, I want to live my life differently. Because of his sacrifice, I want to grow as a person. Without a doubt, Rengoku set my heart ablaze. I do appreciate you watching this video.
Wow. He set my heart ablaze.
Style videos you want me to do, because to be honest, they are a lot easier to make than my current content. So, I mean, I can kind of pump them out. They will be on this
They're easy to...
channel.
Please, Nux. Please, Nux. Please. Keep this going. Anyway, everyone... I'm pretty sure everyone knows Nux, but... do love Nux's content. Sus.